Well, hello there, you're watching the official Theme Park Fans YouTube channel and welcome back to another video. So, an Alton Towers Coasters Beginner's Guide. Now, I pretty much recognise that the majority of my viewers are pretty much like me. A theme park, roller coaster enthusiast who loves riding roller coasters and loves visiting theme parks all over the country and all over Europe. However, I do recognise that maybe some people who watch my channel might be intrigued about my theme park visits, but maybe they're a little bit scared about riding roller coasters. Well, fear no more, because I've decided to put together this little guide for anyone who is new to roller coasters. So, let's face it, riding roller coasters can seem quite daunting. Well, it doesn't have to be. So what I did was I put together this Alton Towers Coasters Beginner's Guide. And the reason why I selected Alton Towers is because A, it's my local park, and B, I'm not that much of an expert on beginner's coasters at, say Thorpe Park or Pleasure Beach or Drayton Manor. So I've decided to stick to what I know with, and that is Alton Towers. And also, guys, feel free to share this video with people who might be scared of roller coasters. So whether that's your mum, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, your grandma, your granddad, your dog, your cat, just share it with them. But yeah, as I said, I do recognise that the majority of my viewers are like me, but there might be some who are not. So anyway, let's get into the video. So, there are 9 coasters at Alton Towers. I know there's really 10 coasters at Alton Towers, guys, but anyway, we move. And I'll be starting with the least tamest coaster at Alton Towers and working my way to the bottom, which, in my opinion, is the most intense coaster at Alton Towers. Again, this is my opinion, and you guys could have a completely different opinion to me as to what coaster to start with and what coaster to finish with at Alton Towers. So, if you're wanting to become a proper, well, I wouldn't say proper, if you want to become a roller coaster and theme park enthusiast just like me, well, watch the video. So the first coaster I think you should start off with at Alton Towers is the Runaway Mine Train. In my opinion, the Runaway Mine Train at Alton Towers is probably the tamest coaster at the park. It's pretty much a family coaster and it's very easy to start off with. So that's the first coaster you should start off with at Alton Towers, the Runaway Mine Train, located in the Galactica Canyon area at Alton Towers. So the next coaster that you should step up to after the Runaway Mine Train is Spinball Whizzer. So Spinball Whizzer, it's a little bit more intense than the Runaway Mine Train. However, it's not as intense as the other coasters that I've got listed after this. And yeah, Spinball Whizzer, it's an alright coaster. You spin a lot, Yeah, you spin a lot, and generally, I'd say it's somewhere in between a family coaster and a thrill coaster. Like, it's in that category. So it is kind of a family coaster, but it is also a bit of a thrilling coaster, if you get what I mean. It's kind of like in between being a family coaster and a thrilling coaster. It's in that category somewhere. So Spinball Whizzer is the next coaster you should step up to after the Runaway Mine Train. So the third coaster that you should step up to next after Spinball Whizzer and Runaway Mine Train, 13. Now, I was thinking about putting Wicker Man as the next coaster, but I feel like there is a big difference between 13 and Wicker Man. Again, this is my opinion. 13 to me feels like more of a family coaster than what Wicker Man is. I mean, like, I do know that 13 and Wicker Man both have the same height restriction of 1.2. But 13 to me feels more of a family coaster than what Wicker Man is. Now, there is a surprise element in 13, and I could have put it in the 4th coaster that you should step up to next, but I just feel like 13 is a bit more of a family coaster than Wicker Man. As I said, there is a surprise element in 13, and I'm sure you guys know what it is by now. But who knows? Maybe someone watching this video has never been to Alton Towers before. So, yeah, that's why I say surprise element. And 13 is pretty much the next coaster you should step up to after Spinball Wizard and Runaway Mine Train. So, the fourth coaster you should step up to next after 13, Spinball Wizard and Runaway Mine Train, Wicker Man, the newest coaster at Alton Towers. And as I said back then, I feel like Wicker Man is a little bit more intense than 13, and it's not really... It is a family coaster, but I think Wicker Man... I feel like Wicker Man is in the same category as Spinball Wizard, you know, somewhere between being a family coaster and a thrill coaster. It's somewhere in between that category. And Wicker Man, it can be intense, especially if you sit towards the back of the train, and more especially on the back row. If you get a back row ride on Wicker Man, it is really intense. If you sit towards the front of the train, then I wouldn't say it's intense, but it still packs a good punch. So Wicker Man should be the next coaster you step up to after 13, Spinball Wizard and Runaway Mine Train. So the fifth coaster you should step up to next after Wicker Man, 13, Spinball Wizard and Runaway Mine Train is Galactica. Now, Galactica, again, I guess you could say is one of the tamest coasters out of the secret weapon coasters, but this is pretty much your first coaster that has inversions. And it's funny I say that, because my first coaster that I did that has inversions is Galactica. Well, it was known as Air back then, but you get what I mean. Galactica is a really smooth coaster. It's very chilling. It's not very thrilling. Obviously, it's not a family coaster. It's a thrill coaster, but it's not thrilling as such. It's really smooth. It's really gentle. The inversions on it aren't too bad. And Galactica, in some ways, it's a great coaster to mark your step up to the big coasters. So, you know, maybe you've been on coasters like Runaway Mine Train, Spinball Wizard, 13. But to make that step up to a coaster that has inversions, it's quite a big milestone. And Galactica is the perfect coaster to do that. So Galactica should be the next coaster you step up to after Wicker Man, 13, Spinball Wizard and Runaway Mine Train. So the sixth coaster you should step up to next after Galactica, Wicker Man, 13, Spinball Wizard and Runaway Mine Train is Rita. Now this is a funny one. Wait, no, Rita? No, not Rita. I was meant to say the Smiler. I can't believe I got that wrong. But anyway, let me say that again. So the sixth coaster you should step up to next after Galactica, Wicker Man, 13, Spinball Wizard and Runaway Mine Train is the Smiler. Now, the Smiler, it can be a bit of a crazy coaster. You know, obviously, it's the coaster with the most inversions in the world, with 14 incredible inversions. And the Smiler, it can be a bit of a rough coaster. But, yeah, this one was interesting because I was thinking about putting Rita, as I said just then, accidentally. I was thinking about putting Rita in 6th. But I will get onto that more when I talk about Rita. But I just feel like the Smiler, you know, it is intense. It is a thrilling coaster, but I don't think it's as intense as Rita. So that's why I put it as the 6th coaster you should step up to after Galactica, Wicker Man, 13, Spinball Wizard and Runaway Mine Train. Anyway, on to the 7th coaster. So the 7th coaster you should step up to after the Smiler, Galactica, Wicker Man, 13, Spinball Wizard and Runaway Mine Train is Rita. Now we're finally getting on to Rita. Yeah, Rita, it can be a bit intense, especially with the launch. Obviously, it's not a secret weapon coaster, but it does pack a punch. I mean, personally, in my opinion, Rita is probably the coaster that I least like at Towers. You know, probably on par with Galactica. But again, it took me some time to do Rita. I didn't do Rita for the first time until 2014 when I was just before I turned 15 years old, actually. I was 14 years old at the time. Because before that, I had done Galactica. Obviously, it was known as Air back then. I had done Nemesis. I had done Smiler. I had done 13, obviously. And I've done Oblivion. But Rita, I just felt a bit scared of. And I did it. And to be honest, I was fine. But yeah, Rita, it can look a bit scary and daunting because of the launch. But I wouldn't say Rita is as daunting as the next two coasters. I'm pretty sure you know what the next two coasters are. But yeah, Rita should be the 7th coaster that you step up to next after the Smiler, Galactica, Wicker Man, 13, Spinball Wizard, and Runaway Mine Train. So the 8th coaster that you should step up to next after Rita, the Smiler, Galactica, Wicker Man, 13, Spinball Wizard, and Runaway Mine Train is Oblivion. Now, Oblivion, it is a really daunting coaster to ride, especially if you are new to roller coasters, because of how intimidating that drop is. You know, it looks really high, and the drop, you know, it can really scare you. It can install fear into you, and that drop alone is just the sheer intimidation about it. There is really something intimidating about Oblivion. Okay, I don't think Oblivion is as good as, you know, Nemesis, Wicker Man, the Smiler, but it is an Alton classic, and every time I look at Oblivion from, I'd probably say, someone who's not enthusiastic about theme parks, I'll look at it from that perspective and I think, oh my god, it looks big, that drop looks intimidating. You know, it's installing fear to me. Obviously, I don't think like that. But that's what I think when I look at it from someone who isn't as interested in theme parks as I am. So yeah, that drop on Oblivion alone is... It's just a fear factor, you know. There is something... I wouldn't say weird, but there's something about Oblivion that just installs a fear factor in many people who are doing roller coasters for the first time. So Oblivion is the 8th coaster that you should do after Rita, the Smiler, Galactica, Wicker Man, 13, Spinball Wizard, and Runaway Mine Train. So the 9th and last coaster you should step up to, and this is it, guys. This is the big finale. We're about to do the coasters of all coasters at Alton Towers. So after you've done Oblivion, Rita, the Smiler, Galactica, Wicker Man, 13, Spinball Wizard, and Runaway Mine Train, it's Nemesis. Okay, I won't do that again. That was a bit cringeworthy, wasn't it? So yeah, Nemesis. Nemesis should be the last coaster that you complete at Alton Towers. And let me tell you, Nemesis is quite an intense coaster. And again, probably less so than Oblivion, but when you enter Forbidden Valley for the first time and you go around the corner and you see Nemesis, again, Nemesis has that fear factor. Okay, it doesn't have the same fear factor as Oblivion because of Oblivion's ginormous drop, but there is something, there's like a unique aura about Nemesis. Like just looking at the coaster, you just think, am I going to ride Nemesis? Am I going to ride Nemesis? But yeah, Nemesis, I mean, for me, it's probably the most intense coaster at the park. And it's a classic. It's another Alton classic, isn't it? And it's pretty much become... Nemesis has pretty much become what Corkscrew used to be back in the day. Like, Corkscrew was the flagship coaster of Alton Towers, wasn't it? From 1980 till 2008. And I think from 2008... Well, not from 2008, but from 2009 onwards, I feel like Nemesis has become the flagship coaster of Alton Towers, and yeah. So there we go. Nemesis is the last coaster that you should do, and hopefully you've done all coasters. So I just want to say congratulations. I want to say congratulations. You've done all 9 coasters at Alton Towers. Okay, there is Octonauts Roller Coaster Adventure, but I didn't want to like put that in because that is part of CBeebies Land. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. You know, if you are starting out on roller coasters and you don't know where to start, you're thinking, oh, I don't know where to start. Should I start on Wicker Man? Should I start on 13? Should I start on Runaway Mine Train? Hopefully, this guide has put your mind at rest. And again, probably most of you guys are like me. You're into roller coasters, you're into theme parks, so you don't need this guide. But, you know, you might have some friends or family members who want to join you on roller coasters, but they're not sure where to start. Well, look no further than this guide. Thank you guys for watching another video. I hope you did like it. If you did enjoy this video, guys, then please give it a like because it really helps the channel out. If you would like to become part of the Theme Park Fans family, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss how am I forgetting what I say? If you would like to become part of the Theme Park Fans family, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss Let me say that again. Why am I forgetting what I'm supposed to say? If you would like to become part of the Theme Park Fans family, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. Boom! I got it. And of course, guys, we are on the road to 1,200 subscribers. So I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button and help Theme Park Fans get to 1,200 subscribers. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page. As always, our Facebook page link is in the description below, so please go check that out and give it a like. The next video should be coming out on Sunday, so do stick around for that. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and it's not too long now until we can get back on our favourite roller coasters in England. I'm Will Donahue. Thank you for watching, Theme Park Fans, and it's time to close the video down. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.